You're still watching TVC Breakfast. We now take you through this very, very important conversation. Now, building lasting wealth begins with financial education, understanding how money works, including budgeting, managing debt, investing, and planning for the future. Empowers individuals to make informed financial decisions. Now, financial literacy helps people distinguish between needs and wants, avoid costly financial mistakes, and identify opportunities to grow their income and assets over time. As access to financial information continues to expand, developing strong money management skills has become an essential foundation for long-term financial success. Now joining us in the studio to discuss more on this is investment expert and president of Rainy Day Cooperative, Mr. Olufunso Akinsonya. Good morning, sir. Good to have you on the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before I even begin, I love the name of your establishment, Rainy Day Cooperative, because the rainy days always come, actually. In one way or the other, we always see the rainy days. But let's go straight into this. Oftentimes, we see a lot of individuals, especially Nigerians, they always like to put their money in the bank and lock it and not try to invest. And people always say it's not, to use this word, it's not a smart decision to make sure that you're just saving your money. Why don't you put your money to work for you? And I know that your company is something that really stands on the fact that we need to do investment. So I just needed to break it down for me and in a way also educate Nigerians that it's not only about saving your money has to be working back for you.
All right, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. As you said, we are Rainy Day Cooperative,
Yeah.
which means we are cognizant of the fact that there will not...
There's always rainy days.
Yeah, not if there's going to be a rainy day, there will be a rainy day. So there are three major steps from basic understanding. You have to earn well, you have to save well, and you have to then invest well. Because if you break any of these rules at any point in time, you are going to be in trouble. If you don't earn well, you don't have anything to save. If you don't save, there will be nothing to invest. If you stay at savings level and you don't invest, you will not get good returns. However, the underpinning line for these three things is education. And so for us at Rainy Day, for example, every week, including yesterday, every Thursday, we hold sessions where we teach our members and the general public on varying aspects of the economy, things you need to do before you buy real estate, things you need to do to prepare yourself for a career, how to build your CV and all those other things. When people understand these things, they're able to make more informed choices because that's where you start. And then even when you choose to be a part of our community, because we are a cooperative first of all, which is a community, you are able to then pick what works for you, because what works for you may be different from what works for me, but we are all together under a common goal of advancing the prosperity of the collective for individual progress.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, when you were giving those indices about the earning well, saving well, and investing, let's say 80% of Nigerians are away from the first earning well, because we have people that are earning as low as 30,000 naira a whole month.
Yes.
And that is very unfortunate. Because of this, a lot of Nigerians rely a lot on savings and they stay there, okay? And they have this mentality that if it is not real estate, if it is not oil and gas, then you are not really investing. So what are the practical strategies that you can advise ordinary Nigerians to take to adopt a good investment habit and preserve their wealth?
Okay, so the question is, when you are saying preserve wealth, it means that there is a component of time to it. And after everything is said and done, what are the key things that you do over time? You have to feed, you have to, Maslow's basic needs, you have to wear clothes, and you have to, the first way to earn well is to collaborate with others. You never can succeed really in isolation, which is even more true in these times. And so that's why we went back to what has worked for our parents way back. I mean, the whole concept of cooperating together has been since the Rothschild pioneers in the 18th century, the 19th century, pardon me. So when you come together and you leverage one another's relationship, so in our own community now, we have lawyers, we have engineers. I'm an engineer by training. I'm in construction. We have architects, we have accountants. So you are able to cross-pollinate ideas and know oh, this is how I'm seeing it. But because I am talking to this person who is from another sector, who has a different worldview from mine, I can piggyback on them and take on opportunities that they have equally also looked through. So for example, our lawyers will teach you on how you should respond to queries in the office. That can determine whether you have a job at the end of the month or you don't have a job. Yeah. So that approach towards life enables you to have more information at your disposal before you even part with your money to say you want to invest. Secondly, we also prepare people for opportunities amongst ourselves. Many Nigerians are suitable for opportunities, but they don't even know how to enter into these opportunities. So you have young graduates saying they want to go for one program or the other, and then we ask them, this program you are going for, how does it relate to your career goal, if you even have a career goal? And you'll be shocked at how many millions of youth don't have a clear career goal, even as fresh graduates. They don't know what they want to be in 5, 10 years. So how do they then succeed if you don't even know where you're going?
Yeah, it's interesting, and what we are doing is many people will find it very, very helpful.
Thank you, sir.
I want to look at the idea of saving is not new to us.
Of
we
course
know about Alajo Shomolu. You know, our parents used to hand some money from the market and save some, but the approach is always you invest your own resources rather than collaborating, you know, with others, taking advantage of cooperative groups, you know, to invest massively.
Yes.
Some people will argue that, look, how far are you trying to help people in the informal sector? Because they are more vulnerable than those who are in the urban areas in terms of equipping them with those skills and encouraging a form of cooperative. For instance, in agriculture, and can they come together and, you know, increase the size of their farm and then share the proceeds, things like that. So just for the benefit of those who are in the rural areas who may end up needing your services.
Okay, so we see ourselves, first of all, as a community. That's why we are a cooperative. I've been in business personally. I've run businesses for the last 13 years. So there is the business angle of it that I have seen. I've built businesses over and over again. But why we built Rainy Day and why we are building Rainy Day is that there are problems that we all go through, and it makes us come to the ends of ourselves and say, I can't figure this out of myself. You can't figure it on your own. She can't figure it. We all have to come together. So, for example, a clear example for rural area is that we are investing in cashew, for example. Yes, and cashew, people ask, oh, why are you doing cashew? We say, if you go to the NEPC website, which is the government vehicle for export promotion, there are 7 key crops for Nigeria's focus. Cashew is one of them. Cocoa is another. Sesame, ginger, and what have you. We took it upon ourselves to say, again, I'm an engineer. I have members who are lawyers, surveyors, architects. Why don't we all come together and invest in agriculture? So we decided to go to Ogbomoso, for example, which is like the mecca of cashew in Nigeria and all over the world. Ogbomoso cashew is known to be the leading destination for cashew. We went there, we bought land from the locals, we set up a borehole there, and I can beat my chest. I was still there on Tuesday. That was the first potable water source in that area, maybe in about a 10-kilometer radius. They don't even have a proper school. It's on my Twitter handle where they don't even. So the people in the town who you think they are enlightened, they also require enlightenment. However, that enlightenment does not exist in isolation. If foreign nationals, Indians, Lebanese, Chinese are coming to Nigeria to invest, they are buying land, they are building mega warehouses, we as Nigerians must also shake hands. The man in the town with the man in the village must shake hands. And when the 1 million naira, that is not a lot to you, when 500 of us put 1 million together, we go set up in specifics. In our own case, we set up the farm, we employed the locals to work with us on the farm. They also continue to grow crops on the farm there. We plant our cashew there, so their own crops are going with us. Our cashew is growing there. We have put borehole there. They are using the borehole. They are suddenly not drinking from the stream. I don't even want to go into specifics because it's very gory. The same stream that the cattle is drinking from is the one that the humans are drinking from.
Wow.
If you, I mean, I can take your TV crew there. You can go and see it. So now we have come. Demand from the city has brought investment, but it's not doing it, which is different between cooperatives and non-profits and charities. The man in the cooperative is not doing it because of benevolence. He has a selfish interest. He wants to make money. Now we have put the selfish interest together with collaboration, and then we put it under the governance structure of cooperatives. Tomorrow, for example, we'll be holding our second annual general meeting. So there is accountability to ensure that the man in the village, in the city, knows that his money is not getting lost.
True. Okay, I just want to talk about accountability as well, but because of our time, quickly, I want us to be very practical with this. You know, oftentimes we tell people to save, and my colleague mentioned something very vital, and I need you to really hammer on it. We have a youth that is earning 150,000 naira or less in Nigeria, and you are telling that youth that you need to save, you need to take care of yourself, you need to pay your rent, and you also need to invest. So tell me, how does it work? I want you to be practical with me. So it's not like we're just speaking. We understand the economic realities that we are facing. How does that person actually have to save, take care of himself, and still get to invest money for the future?
Okay. I'll say this as someone who has worked across multiple sectors.
And earned 150, what was your salary?
I mean, I've been earning decently enough to live well. However, the key thing is that when you are not earning enough, your first problem is to address that not earning enough. So you can't be saving what you don't have.
Of course.
That's why I said earn well, spend well, then you invest well, or save well, however you want to see it. You need to first earn well. How you earn well is with information. It's the people that you move with. So, for example, asking a young person what their career plans are. You have graduated, you are the first class. Congratulations. You went to a beautiful university that is well known. Good for you. You studied a great course. Very good. Or you didn't even go to university. From my experience now, I can sit down and point to you, even in the construction sector, in IT sector, areas where there is shortage of manpower. We have vendors in the furniture space, even in core construction where we are requiring young people who are a bit educated. Secondary school education, you can already come in and train. If you come in and train, you will earn well. And then you can then afford to spend and save well.
Okay, I wish we could go on and on with this conversation, but I'm glad I know now. So I'll bring about 5 of my friends to you so you can tell them, you know, where and how they can earn well. Fine?
We are happy to join us on all our sessions.
It's a good program.
It's not a bad one. I wish we had more time to talk about it, but I'm sure we'll have you on the show again, you know, just to speak on this. Congratulations, well done, and we wish you all the best in the town hall meeting tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us. Okay.